Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Clark County Parks and Recreation and the Winchester Dondero Cultural Center, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's show. Before we get started, just a couple of housekeeping items. Please silence your cell phones. Remember, no flash photography during the performance. If you need to visit the restroom, they're in our lobby to your left. Finally, we'd love to hear how we're doing. Throughout the building, there are QR codes you can scan, leave an online review, or if you prefer, you may fill out a paper evaluation in the lobby. Thank you. Winchester Theater has a long history of presenting live music and entertainment in the Las Vegas Valley. Tonight's performance features the sounds of Lebanon and the Levant. It is with great pleasure we present to you Fairuz Night.
thank you all for coming. It's really a great pleasure to have you all around. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I hear myself twice, but it was very difficult to determine what to play. I think everybody's in agreement that Fairuz is beloved. It has a very close connection to everybody's hearts, everybody's childhood, everybody's adolescent, at least mine. So we decided to feature the whole program with Fairuz songs, sung by composed by Rahbanis and all the other composers that played for her. Our next piece is going to be played on the guitar. If you know Fairuz and you have, like, I'm sure you've listened to one of her cassettes or records or any of her recordings over the years, it's always weird combination. You hear a song that is very Western, very Mediterranean, French, European, and then very like deep inside of like a village in Lebanon or in Syria, just kind of the vibe that it gets. So we're gonna be making the program in the same pattern. There's going to be combination of Western and purely Arabic music and Arabic maqams and scales. So this one's called أعطني نايا وغني. I think everyone knows it. Of course, everyone has lots of memories with Fairuz. This song I used to listen to whenever we had the cassette in the car. I think this is one of them. Of course, when you're traveling from one place to another, you hear the song about 7, 8, 9 times because it just keeps going on, and the trip would be so long. And usually when you listen to it, it exactly describes what you're seeing when you're going. That song's talking about mountains and springs and lots of person that leaves the luxury life of city and decide to live among the nature. The next song is called Ya Qalbi La Tatab Qalbak, which really means please don't bother, don't have your unnecessary heartache with this. And she's telling about a story of somebody that goes around and looks for love elsewhere and then takes them back to her home country of Lebanon, Baalbek. وبترجع دراجة بالبك. So we'll do this on the oud. not so sure this song was sung by Fairuz, but it's kind of like from the same generic. It's called Beini Beinak. In the, I don't know, like mid-70s to early 80s, there, like any love Arabic movie usually featured that song. It's been featured over and over again. Usually like for people who fall in love, and it was like very, very common among teenagers when I was a child. So it was like everybody that's in love with some lady, he has the car in there and he puts that song all around. And all these like Egyptian or Lebanese movies, when the people like have this slow dance, usually that song is in there. Called Beini Beinak, means between me and you. There's a lot of secrets. We had a master class yesterday, and we were talking about the show today. we're talking about Fairuz in general, of how it came during the golden age where there's a lot of real big giants, and this little like scared girl that she wasn't really that great of a looking. It wasn't her looks that got her in there. It was her voice and her presentation and just the way she feels and produces the songs or the words. She found like a genre or a way of her singing, and it just took over the whole Middle East with just the way she produces her singing and her songs. They're usually very small, short, and connected more to her nature. While Kulthum or Abdul Halim, they have a song that is like a full cassette, which is 60 minutes. She would have a song for like 3 or 4 minutes, but yet that style got like really adapted in the Middle East area, and she became one of the huge stars over there. This song is called Jaib Li Salam. Noman. There was a famous, Fairuz did a lot of musicals. There's a very famous musical called Meyserim. Meyserim. Anybody wants to know the story? Yeah, let's talk. It says it's based on Romeo and Juliet, but of course there's a lot of twists in there. The story is there is this young lady, very independent. She drives her own car. In that, her name was Zayun, which is Fairuz, and she's going to her Kahloon. There you go, to another village called Kahloon, and to deliver a wedding dress to her niece that is getting married, and she's getting married in about 3 days. And as she's driving, her car gets broken down in a small village called Meyserim. Now, she would like to get her car fixed, and there's a mechanic in that, and that mechanic closed his shop because he was frustrated and angry because he couldn't really get married to his beloved. His name is Noman, and the lady, her name was Shahida. That's Romeo and Juliet. Noman would be Romeo, and Shahida would be Juliet. So she decided, well, while they're feuding, she found a drunk guy in the village to tell her all about the inner secrets of that village. Turns out that their families, they have feuds for years and years, and they always make entrapments for the other family. So they had really big feuds, so they couldn't really get married because they cannot really tolerate each other. So the lady tried to, Zayun tried to conciliate between the two families with lots of ways, and she was extremely unsuccessful. Then the family started hating her personally, and she ended up being in in front of a judge, a mukhtar, which is like the mayor or the judge in the village situation, accused of stirring up trouble in that village, Meyserim. Of course, she told the mukhtar, well, I'm actually trying to get these guys together so that Noman and Shahida get married, and he opens the garage and he fixed my car so I can continue my way to Kahloon and deliver the wedding dress. Of course, nobody took that. The judge tried to conciliate between the two families for the sake of their sons and daughter, and they would absolutely refuse. So he decided, I would like to make a judgment, and you guys are going to agree to my judgment. And they said yes, both families. And the guy said, well, okay, I'm going to be marrying Shahida. The guy is old, perhaps in his 70s, and this lady's really young. Of course, that decision, they have to abide by it because they said, hey, we will do whatever you guys want. Now, that decision got a really big shock to both of their families, and that shock kind of united them back together. But the verdict has already been delivered, and this lady was supposed to be marrying this old guy who was 70 or 80 years old. And the village is getting really ready to do the wedding ceremony. Of course, Zayun, Fairuz, goes back and pleads with the Mukhtar, the mayor, please, can you not do this? You're going to ruin their lives and everything. And of course, he was telling her finally that was a plot he did to get these guys together back again. And it actually worked. The wedding was canceled, and of course, the wedding is going to be right now between Noman and Shahida. And she said, look, great, now everything is settled. Can you please open your shop and fix my car? Noman said, no, not really. I'm really busy with preparing for my new wedding, so I can't help you. So, and the final scene of that play is she's going out, and the whole village, the people of the village is pushing her car back. So the car was never fixed. Anyway, the song we're going to be playing is called Akhir Ayyam al-Sayfiyya. This is actually just the first scene when she comes to that village and her car breaks down. That's about it there, of course. I mean, the whole thing is on YouTube if you guys like to see it. we had a trouble translating this. It says, "Min azz an-nawm tasri'ni." It said like, awaken from my deep sleep, but it's like, why? It wasn't an alarm. It's like she's talking about a person that she loves, and because she loves him so much, she just wakes up in the middle of the night thinking of him. That's the real translation, I guess. Thank you. I think we're going to finish the first part with Hannah Sikran. Hannah Sikran is Hannah the drunk. Well, there's a song that I told my musicians about, and it never made it to the program. It's called حبيتك بالصيف. It's like an iconic song for her. To my disappointment, it was actually a French song, and I thought actually the French guy took it from Fairuz, but it was the other way around. That's part of the show, by the way. This next song has a rhythm called Masmoudi, and it's a very, very beautiful rhythm. I think I'll have Charbel give us like 2 or 3 measures of the Masmoudi just to feel the beauty of it. There you go. We can listen to another like 5 minutes. This next song is called شايف البحر شو كبير. The translation is like, can you see how big the sea is? And it's basically just some ladies describing how big her love is for her beloved. It's like, well, as big as the sea is my love to you. So, شايف. getting close to the end. Faye Hawa. That's basically, do you remember my love? This is a song reflects a lot of Fairuz song. Talk about little kids and how they fell in love even though when they're really little kids. One of the phrases is like, well, do you remember when we were left alone in this house and they thought that we were really young? In fact, we weren't, and we were falling in love during that. Faye Hawa. Yeah, this next song called Biktub Ismak Ya Habibi, it's basically, again, one of those little interactions, young lovers. She's telling him that I do big, huge gesture for you, and you just do very little for me. So Biktub Ismak, I write your name. That means basically I write your name on something that doesn't really go away, and you write my name on the sand. That the wave will come and just wipe it out. coming to the end. I would like to really thank all of you guys for coming in here on this Sunday night. The few months have been really horrible for anybody from our part of the world, and it's really, really great to see people going out and just proving that we're here, and we have culture, we have love, we have passion. So thank you all for coming. Thank also for Winchester here, for Irma. She got the whole crew working to make this happen on a short notice, so we really, really appreciate it, and appreciate the crew that is here. We're gonna finish with a very famous song called Sa'aluni Nas. People ask me about you. Let me just introduce all my musicians here. On my left, the great Sharbil Azi. I think Sharbil just came in here. He's, I mean, just I'm blessed with work with amazing musicians. They just show up and they just do the work on very, very short notice. It's just a testament to how great and skillful they are. Of course, our great master, Georges Lamam. All the way from San Francisco, really, really privileged when he comes here and joins us. Makes my life much easier, and my job's like, okay, just listen to him. What
about yourself?
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent question. Well, my name is Bishar Hijazi. I'm a local doctor. I live here in Las Vegas. I've been performing in this place here, I think, ever since I came to this city back in 2001 or 2002. I think my first performance was here, so more than 20 years on and off in Winchester. Yeah.